this hike, the first multi-day hike of the season, we can maybe vlog a little, just in addition to the more cinematic shots. So we're somewhere in mid-Norway, hiking up a glacier, and we're still in the tree line, so there are loads of mosquitoes in July.
Good boy.
We got a bit steeper, much steeper. 1 second. But we also really got the view now. What a majestic valley. We managed it out of the very steep parts, now kind of flattened out a bit mossy and wet. The mosquitoes are still with us, even though we're probably at 500 meters of height, altitude. But it's a very enjoyable hike so far. One rope to climb up, but otherwise rather easy. Just you just hear it's a bit wet. Yep, just need good shoes. we are having a bit of a barrier up there with this snow patch. So instead of walking down, I think that the map is sending us all the way up the mountain to walk all over the snowfields, which seems a bit safer. So this was maybe the first 500 meters of D2. Minor issues here, or major. I don't know how you wanna take it, but we have to cross this snow line, and I'm never really comfortable with that. Otherwise, we have to go all the way down back to the valley, which I'm also not so comfortable with, because it will take probably 2 hours more. This really wasn't so successful. We decided not to cross the snow, but go back down and see if we, towards the valley, find a better way, because this seemed a bit too dangerous. As we went up this ridge and then came to the snow, we spent pretty much 4 extra hours ascending, so we kinda missed our weather window, because these were the only 2 days that were good in the area. Meaning that we cannot necessarily do it tomorrow, because we would get into kind of stormy weather the day after on the return, which is a bit frustrating. Oh, that doesn't look so nice. No.
Not there either, I guess. Is it looking okay there?
Yeah, go to the right. Go to the right. Snack, up here. Careful.
wondering.
Just filled up some water that we bitterly needed. The creek here is a little farther away from the campsite, so I had to walk for a bit. Ow! It's really a lot of mosquitoes. Like, you see that? You see this swarm? You can hardly get around on how pretty it is. I mean, here we have this low birch forest, which gives a bit of shelter for wind tonight, and otherwise it's just kind of a bit swampland with thousands of berries, and then the wonderful crystal clear creeks. Like, as a city person, I didn't grow up with this, so I'm always amazed when you can actually drink from a creek, and when the water is just so pure that you want to drink from the creek. Yeah, no, I really appreciate these. I really appreciate these days here. Also, walking around barefoot, getting a bit in touch with nature again. The barefoot shoes were quite decent on the hike, but this is still better. Yeah, like, I mean, if Norway wouldn't have mosquitoes and biting flies, and something which is kind of a smaller version of a biting fly, then the summers would be just purely amazing without any disruption. Here we have some of the cloudberries, but they're not ripe yet, not at all. We're quite high in altitude, so everything goes a bit slower, and I think they should be done mid to end of August, when most of the snow has melted here, and when the new snow is soon coming. So just a very small period of time that you can go berry hunting here. But actually this summer was so cold that the mushrooms are already growing. I can have a look at that as well tomorrow. Maybe we can get something extra for the dinner. Yeah, you know, barefoot walking, you know.
måste visst känna pick.
Can I? So it's so hard to see. And when I just step aside, then it's a better view, I guess.
The copper one always works best in
Okay, then we take that one. And we'll try this one too later. Going back into my professional lure. Let's see if we can maybe catch the one or other trout and already bring down some dinner from the mountain. I think that would be the cherry on top of this hike. And here it looks like I should get some access to the water. Yay! Now we're pretty much on the way down, just maybe 200-300 meters from where the actual climb starts, and the weather has been amazing today. You cannot really get it much better in Norwegian mountains, because most of the time it's actually pretty shit, but sometimes you just have to be lucky. With the sun though, the biting flies are joining the party, so you're kind of forced to walk a little faster. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video with a bit of speaking of me and a bit more of the scenery in this national park, Lomsdalen, Visten. We will probably do a few more hikes this summer, so most likely you have something to look forward to if you enjoyed this one. Right, I need to catch up to these guys.
Mm.